In the small, forgotten town of Arlington, something sinister slithered beneath the floorboards and crept through the shadows. It was a dark secret that whispered in the night, sending shivers down the spines of those unfortunate enough to hear it. The townspeople were blissfully unaware as they went about their mundane lives until a series of strange occurrences began to unfold. It all started with the rats. At first, it was just a few, skittering across the deserted streets after midnight. But then the numbers multiplied, and the rats became bolder, venturing into the heart of Arlington. Whispers of the Rat King circulated among the townsfolk, dismissed as mere superstitions. Little did they know the nightmare had just begun. In the dimly lit basement of an abandoned warehouse, the Rat King lurked in the darkness. A grotesque creature with a twisted, rodent-infested body, it seemed to emerge from the darkest recesses of nightmare itself. Its eyes glowed with an eerie intelligence that surpassed any ordinary rat. As the rats multiplied, they formed a grotesque mass, their tails intertwined in a grotesque dance. The Rat King, a monstrous entity, controlled them with a malevolent intelligence. The townspeople, still oblivious to the impending horror, laughed off the rumors until the night the rats attacked. It started quietly, with the scratching of tiny claws against the wooden doors and windows. Then came the chittering, a cacophony of rodent voices that echoed through the streets like a twisted symphony. The townspeople, roused from their slumber, peered through their windows in terror. The Rat King, a grotesque silhouette against the moonlit night, led the swarm. The rats poured into the streets, a tide of fur and gnashing teeth overwhelming everything in their path. Panic swept through Arlington as the once sleepy town became a battleground between man and rodent. The townspeople, armed with brooms and makeshift weapons, fought valiantly against the horde, but the Rat King's intelligence guided its minions strategically. The rats infiltrated homes, gnawing through walls and floors, creating a network of tunnels that turned the entire town into a labyrinth of terror. Stephen Harlan, a local exterminator who had scoffed at the Rat King rumors, found himself at the center of the nightmare. As he descended into the maze-like tunnels, armed with a flashlight and determination, he discovered the tunnels were alive with a pulsating, chittering energy. The walls seemed to writhe with the movement of countless rats, and the air was thick with the stench of decay. Stephen pressed on, driven by the need to save his town from this vermin-infested nightmare. As he ventured deeper, the tunnels twisted and turned, leading him to a cavernous chamber where the Rat King awaited. Its eyes glowed with a malevolent intelligence as it regarded Stephen, who stood frozen in the face of unspeakable horror. "You cannot stop what has begun," the Rat King's voice echoed in Stephen's mind. "Arlington belongs to us now." With a sudden surge, the rats attacked, a swirling mass of fur and fangs. In the heart of the battle, Stephen fought for his life, battling the relentless tide of rodents. But the Rat King, a grotesque puppet master, controlled the swarm with a force that transcended the laws of nature. As the battle raged on, the fate of Arlington hung in the balance. The once peaceful town had become a battleground between man and rodent, where the line between reality and nightmare blurred. The Rat King, with its legion of rodents, seemed unstoppable, and the townspeople faced a harrowing choice: submit to the vermin-infested darkness or fight for their survival in the shadows of their once beloved home.